Hi everyone, RC Willie here. We're gonna give you a rundown of old Fred. Alright, let's start with the body. This body I bought off Etsy, Print Hub, Brandon King, just like Rock Block. This is the original color, brown. It was really nice, almost didn't want to paint it. It came with a lot of accessories, these little window screens in the rack, louvers in the back, bed cover. I'm telling you, this thing had a lot of options with it. Shout out Brandon King Print Hub. I added the styrene tubing just recently for the overhand look. I do a lot of watching Mini Mayhem. I really like what he did. He kind of inspired the look of this body. All the scratches and dents and stuff are from just running, which that's intended. That's what I want. Looks like he bought a new bed, old tailgate, different colored panels, you know, the works. That's just kind of what he does. So shout out to him for kind of inspiring this body. These are just fabric I had laying around. I put rubber bands on it to look like little sleeping bags, sleep mat, the fabric, tires held on by rubber bands. The rope is actually just a splice off of a big piece of rope to scale it down to make it look this size. Again, this roll cage styrene tubing, magnets. Switching my glue, I use this glue right now. Works fine after a couple runs, it just breaks off. And there's something else I use for this when this runs out. It works really nice. We'll get to that. The glue I'll probably switch to is that E3000 or 6000 or whatever it is. 24 Yep uses. I've watched them quite a bit. And he's very informative. He gets a big shout out too, because most of my builds I go to him to look to see what parts to buy. It saves me a ton of cash. And that's about it for the body. Chassis. Mofo RC Ugly AF chassis. I love this chassis. A lot of bodies just go right on it, which early on in my shooting videos on YouTube, this truck had this body, sticky white. Literally just clicks right on. These are Walmart bodies. They work very nice if you're looking for a cheap option. I found both of mine at Goodwill though, so it's a good place to look too. Both of these, same body, different look. Move on to the motor. Jura Fat Viper motor. I did a little paint job on it, give it a little snazzy look. Lizard Pro ESC. I took the hard case off, wrapped it in tape. Dumbo RC receiver. I used to use the hard cases and they were big and bulky. I seen not Mini Mayhem, Money Pit RC buying these smaller ones, and he said they work just as well and they work with the same remotes, the same thing, just no hard case. Works very well. I can usually shove it down in somewhere. So shout out to Money Pit for that one. Jura transmission, nothing fancy there. Pro steer axles, Jura. Give you pretty good steering angle there. Which I did trim that little bump right here. Just a little bit. Let's get a little extra out of it. It might go more. Hopefully it doesn't hurt them. Not as much as my S, but still good. Jura front link C10. Deadbolt rear, green and blue. Yeah, kind of crazy. I bought 2 different sets, and this is the combo I come up with. I believe the Menace has the opposite set on it. Blue front, green back. OGRC flat skid plate. Works very well, I like it. Jura drive shafts. Oh, I did have a diff slider on there. This is what brings us back to the glue container. When I finished these, I cut the corners off them. They fit perfectly right there between the shocks and everything. Nice hard plastic, slippery, works very well. Jura 59mm shocks, which I thought this was the way to go at one point, but not so much on the PA rocks, so I had to add a lot of rubber bands, which rubber bands are a nice thing to have for small adjustments while you're running. Also, I'd like to add a little piece of Velcro here. I can add wheel weights or anything to the front, which I haven't had to do it lately. He's pretty well dialed in now. Just something else little you could do. RC 4-wheel drive rims. These are cheap knockoff and Jura Klingon wheels, which they may still make them because they feel like they're exactly the same. They work very well. Look, this wheel's loose. I haven't really looked this over since my last run. I have brass in the front, small extensions in the back just to make it even. 23% overdrive in the front, nothing in the back, just stock. I think that about does it here for Fred. I don't think I left anything out. Yeah, I'd say that does it for Fred. So all my shout outs are to 24 Yep, Money Pit RC, Mini Mayhem, and Print Hub. On Etsy. Brandon King. Thanks for watching. This is Fred, and I'm RC Willie, and I'm out.